Yo, what is up guys? So we're here to check out a new card coming out in Extreme Force, as well as check out all of the secret rare cards coming out in Circuit Break. But this is a card coming out in Extreme Force, which is the set after Circuit Break. But let's go ahead and check it out. It just got announced. It's a new continuous trap card for Fiends, actually. So it's called Call of the Archfiend. It's a new continuous trap card that says you can only use this card's first effect once per turn. And that first effect is to target a level 5 or higher Fiend type monster in your graveyard. Discard one Fiend type monster from your hand, and if you do, special summon the targeted monster. So I was first thinking, oh, Fables can definitely use that card. Maybe Dark Worlds, although I don't know if you really want a special summon Graph. It would have been better if it like added it to your hand. That would have been cool. Discard one to get another one back. You could really do some crazy stuff with that. However, it says you can only use it once per turn. Anyways, I don't know. I just feel like it might be just a generic card that maybe eventually down the line it will be good. I can't think of any really strong Fiend decks as of right now. Pretty much everyone's just really hyped up about Spirals. But anyways, yeah, Call of the Archfiend, it's just a new card coming out and they just announced it, so I figured I'd let you guys see it. If you guys have any cool combos with it or think it's kind of good, let me know. I just think it's not really that useful in the metagame right now. Some obscure decks, like I said, could run it. Maybe Fables, maybe Dark Worlds can throw it in, but overall, there's a lot of like just decks that I think are just going to be better is really what it comes down to in the metagame. But next up, yeah, like I said, we're going to be going over all of the secret rares in the new set from Circuit Break, which is the set we're getting in just a little over a week here in the TCG. But some of the cards, I think, I mean, the secret rares are usually supposed to be the best cards, but we're going to be going over like the money cards essentially in the new set. These are the expensive cards. Well, they're supposed to be the expensive cards in the set, but let's go ahead and check out our first card. This is a secret rare, Fuse Line. So it's a pretty simple trap card that says when this, while this card is set, target one card on the field that is in this card's column and you destroy it. I wish it destroyed at least two. Like, I don't know. It's just too mediocre for me. I'm not really a fan of this card. If something is already a problem, you need to deal with it immediately. Having a trap card is just too slow in this day and age. But nonetheless, that is Fuse Line. In my personal opinion, I don't think it's the greatest secret rare in, what was it, OCG? What was it, a common? Don't think it's the best. Next up, there's actually two secret rare cards for the Rocket archetype, which I didn't even know that they were going to be like secret rare in the first. I didn't even guess that these guys were going to be secret rare. But anyways, quick Revolve. It's supposed to be for like the Averal dragon, I guess, or also it's support for like this archetype is supposed to kind of like destroy itself. But anyways, it's a quick play spell card that just says special summon one rocket monster from your deck. It can't attack, and then also it is destroyed during the end phase. They actually get bonus effects when they're destroyed, and that's kind of how the whole deck works. It's not a really popular deck in the OCG. I hardly have seen people even play it in the TCG. I feel like it might eventually have like some type of FTK, but for the most part, most of us are probably going to skip out on this. All right, jumping into one of the cards I think has a little bit of potential for being a good secret rare for, you know, monetary value, meaning it could be eventually a money card. Vendread Chimera. So it's part of the new TCG exclusive archetype, the Vendreads, which are the new ritual zombies. And anyways, you can ritual summon this with any Vendread, and then when a card or effect is activated that would destroy a card on the field, as a quick effect, you banish a zombie monster from your graveyard, you get to negate the activation, and then destroy that card. So that's its effects, and then also there's a small stat boost that you can potentially get if this card is tributed. But, well, it's more so that your opponents lose stats, so I guess that boosts up yours, essentially. But nonetheless, I think this card is kind of mediocre. The whole archetype right now, it's getting a little bit of hype for it, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to be a very top tier deck as of right now. It could be, you know, one of those sets where you invest into and later down the line it pays off. I just don't see this being like $100 card. But next up over here, we have another secret rare. This card, I was called like Struggling Battle before, but now in the TCG we finally have its name. It's called Evenly Matched. I mentioned this card as well as Vendread, like I think like two days ago. We had these leaked, but these are the full leaks for the secret rares in this set. But yeah, Evenly Matched is what the card is now going to be called. It's the normal trap card where it's at the end of the battle phase. If your opponent controls more cards than you do, you can make it so your opponent banishes cards face down on their field so they control the same number of cards as you do. And if you have no cards, you can activate this card from your hand. It's a really like blowout card. There's a lot of people who say this card is terrible. There's a lot of people who say this card is broken. I think it can be broken if you activate it at the right time. I don't think anyone will disagree with me on that. However, I personally find it to be more of a side deck card. However, the card is not bad at all by any means. I don't think it's trash. It definitely has its uses, especially in the side deck section of the game when your opponent is going first. I think it can be a fantastic card when your opponent side decks like 10 cards against you. It can be definitely a really good card to just get rid of all the potential backrow they have, so only have one card left. Really good stuff indeed. Next up, as another secret rare, we have Excessive Burial. So this is like the bootleg version of Premature Burial. So it's got a lot of downsides. I think I actually mentioned this card like a few days ago as well, that it got leaked as a secret rare. But anyways, I'm just going to go over its effect real quick. Basically, it's a watered down version of Premature. So anyways, you activate this card by discarding one monster, then targeting one monster in your graveyard whose original level is less than the discarded monsters. You special summon it, and if you do, you equip this card to it, and you negate the effects of the equipped monster, and you can only activate one of them per turn. I think it was supposed to be like a stepping stone for Link monsters. However, I just don't find it to be a very strong card. Like, it's very conditional. First off, you can only use one of them per turn, so it kind of forgoes any potential with loops. You do discard one card, so that can kind of be a plus and a minus, but it has to be a monster. Then it has to also be a higher level than the other one. So I don't know. I just feel like it's got like a condition on top of a condition, and then like, oh, you can only use one. Like, maybe later down the line there might be like some type of loop that you can do with this, with I don't know, Symbols of Heritage. But for the most part, that card always gets hit. And then on top of that, it doesn't look like, again, it's going to be like $100 card. Oh, we got another one of those rocket supports. Like, in the OCG, this was a rare. I just don't think that this was a great secret rare choice, but that's my take on it. This is Squib Draw. It says target a rocket monster you control, you destroy it, and if you do, you get to draw 2 cards. And then you can only activate one per turn. Otherwise, the deck, well, actually, if you can use multiple of these, the deck might actually be a little bit better. But overall, the deck can technically still run Allure of Darkness, so I don't know. You can maybe still kind of try out the deck with some lures and this. I just, again, guys, the rocket archetype is not very popular, and I just don't know why they made this a secret. Alright, finally jumping into a good secret rare, we have Boreal Load Dragon. So this is probably one of the best cards in the set, and it requires 3 effect monsters, and the zones are actually really good on this one. It's left, bottom right, and right. And anyways, its effect says that neither player can target this card with monster effects, so it's already pretty good, and it's got 3,000 attack. And then once per turn, it has a quick effect. You can target one face-up monster on the field. It loses 500 attack and defense. And then also, your opponent can't activate cards or effects in response to this effect's activation, which is at the start of the damage step. If this card attacks an opponent's monster, you can place that opponent's monster in a zone that this card points to and take control of it. But you send it to the graveyard during the end phase of the next turn. So that's pretty cool. I like Snatch Stealing Monsters. Very, very good stuff. And too bad it didn't get like a boost of stats. But again, this is one of the best secret rares out of the set, I would say at least. And then we have Akashic Magician. It's not, if you guys check out the OCG list, no one's really playing this in Spirals. I know, again, Spirals are the talk of the town for this set. But the thing is that this is still a good card. This is still a really good secret rare. So anyways, it requires 2 monsters with the same type except for tokens. Its link arrows are top and bottom. It's a dark with 1700 attack, and it says you can only link summon Akashic Magician once per turn. And then if this card is link summoned, you return all monsters that this card points to the hand, and then once per turn, you can declare out 1 card name and activate cards from the top of your deck equal to the total of the link rating of the link monsters co-linked to this card. Then if you executed any copies of the declared card, you can add them to your hand. Also send the remaining cards to the graveyard. So that's really cool. It's got like some potential for utility. As I don't know if you guys have seen like the Gishka Diviner deck. It's more of a fun deck than anything. But this is definitely one of the better cards out of the set. So, I mean, I checked all of these. We don't know the names of some cards. The list is pretty much out. I'll be making a video on, like, the best cards in the set, because I know some of you guys really like when I upload that. But as far as the secret rares for the set, I feel like it's kind of mediocre. I would say, because a lot of you guys also asked during these videos, do I think this is a good set to invest into? For the secret rares, I just think that they're kind of mediocre. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I will be making a video very soon going over the best cards in the set, but I wanted to go over just like the elite cards over here. But as far as like the money cards in the set, I find it to be kind of just meh. Like, I don't see there being a $100 card in here that is a secret rare. However, there is the most important card, which is the Spiral Double Helix. This is basically the best card in the set, and it's not even a secret rare. So, I mean, that could be good or bad, depending on, you know, if you prefer it to be a secret rare because of, you know, monetary purposes. But this is pretty much the best card in the set. I would say no one's going to argue with me on that. But as far as secret rares, I don't know. They might be worth, like, you know, a little bit under like $50-ish. I would say most of the secret rares are kind of bad in the set. That's really at the end of the day what I wanted you guys to take away from this. I think that like the top three, if I was to go over the top three, evenly matched Warlord and Akashic Magician, maybe Vendread as like a 4th spot. It depends again on what other support we get for this exclusive archetype. But I don't know. I feel like the secret rares not too hot, but you guys can let me know your thoughts. You guys think the secret rares in this set are terrible, or are you guys like okay with this? Like I said, there's just really not that many great secret rares in this set, but there's a lot of great cards in the set, all right, but just not the secret rares because we just had them all leaked, and that's kind of like the main point of me making this video. But anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts down below, and then also let me know if you guys got any cool ideas with this new card coming out, the Call of the Archfiend. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed seeing one new Yu-Gi-Oh card, as well as checking out all the spoiler lists for all of the secret rares that just got leaked earlier today. But thanks for watching, guys, and if you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button to see more new Yu-Gi-Oh videos.